Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Starsector. I've played a little bit off camera, mainly to deal with refitting our new capital ships. If the fits work, I may talk about them later, but we'll see, because it's kind of cobbled together out of what I had on hand and what was at the market here at Enigma 1, and I have spent basically all of our earned cash trying to get these ships into a combat-capable position, and also had to buy about 1,000, 2,000 crew, or more, just to have enough bodies to run both of these capital ships. So let's go find a test combat, see how they do, and then maybe I'll talk about them a little bit. We need to rebuild our cash reserve. I think we have more than enough ships in the fleet now, though, to not worry about acquiring more. Depending on how it goes, I might even thin down further and get rid of some of these frigates and destroyers, and see if we can run with just, like, 8 or 10 ships. Okay, let's look around for a job. Hey, military bounties. What's the hard one? Fight your own faction. That's another capital ship I don't have. That is very tempting. What's the medium difficulty? Fight pirates. Choices? Choices. We're going to be brave. We may or may not lose it all. We are going to go and try and fight our own faction again, track down some deserters. Let's go. It's also very close by, which is a plus, because our fuel range is somewhat weak right now. I need to get some more fuel tankers. It takes cash, though. Oh, I forgot to do this dead drop. That's okay. The pirates surely won't hold a grudge. Given how nearby this quest is, we might be able to do both. Let's find out. And yes, to the person in the comments that was concerned, I do usually turn my transponder off in hyperspace. I just forgot that one time, and now it's immortalized on camera. Dang it. Alright, pop in here. Whoa, okay. I thought it was going to be a piece of debris or something because it wasn't moving at first, but that is our enemy fleet. 3 stars of difficulty, quite a few officers they have there. And they don't have D-mods, and we do. Alright. Well, there's no battle difficulty modifier, but that doesn't always mean anything. Okay, let's begin by deploying myself and a number of the weaker ships in our fleet. Let's go. Okay, so the Gloria, in brief, is what I'm currently driving. It has 2 cool built-in things. It has these shockwave cannons, which charge up and go boom, and it has Infernium drive, which we've already seen, but anything that is like burn drive on a capital ship is probably going to be really useful, especially given that our top speed is not the best. 91 is good for a capital ship, though. Alright, we have some more deployment points. What do they have on the field so far? Destroyers and a cruiser. Well, I think it's a good time then to deploy one of our cruiser hunters. And let's just turn the Gloria toward the enemy and head that way. There is one thing that I should cover before we get into this, which is that the Gloria, along with every other Valkyrian capital ship, has the Holy Covenant War program, which does not show up properly in the codex. Okay, so basically it provides a number of bonuses, including a 3% bonus damage to the Gloria and to every ship within a few thousand units of range, and it stacks with itself up to a cap, which the tooltip in the refit screen does not state. So if we have multiple Glorias on the field, they will all give each other a damage boost and a variety of other boosts, which is really cool. There's a good cruiser that we can target. Let's just point our main guns. Boom. Oh, that shield hit. That is beautiful. Blast him. Perfect. Okay. Second volley of the Redemption Shockwave. Boom. He's overloaded. Very nice. Take him down. Nice, nice, nice. And over on the right here is their Yoshura, their capital ship. Let's turn toward that. I'm going to give myself a medium escort. Turn. There she is over there. And Infernium drive. Go, go, go. I think we can safely... Oh, no, we can't. We can't safely ignore that destroyer because it has a redemption repeater on it. Okay, fine. We'll go deal with these small ships. Charge. Ooh, okay, we took a cruise missile hit right on the side. That sucks. There goes all of that armor. I need to be more careful. Pay more attention to enemy loadouts as well. But they are no match for us in frontal firepower. Get wrecked, little Almire Mark II. I thought my shield was going to catch that missile, but it slipped right past my shield and took out armor and a third of my hull on the side. Okay, that's really rough. Evasive maneuvers. We're going to just burn drive away and then rotate and turn toward this other target. Okay, problems abound. Let's go ahead and deploy our carrier. See if we can solve some of this with fighter backup. Okay. Oh man. So yeah, enemy Valkyrians don't appear scary until they get a lucky hit in, and it just does a ton of damage. just as we are doing a ton of damage to them. And there go all our fighters from our carrier capital, our battle carrier? What designation is it, actually? Support carrier, air quotes, as I've kitted it out with 2 bomber wings and 3 fighter wings. Okay, now let's go back toward the enemy Yoshura. We've dealt with those escorts. There she is, closing the gap. Boom. And I think we win the duel here as well. The Gloria very much feels like driving an onslaught where it doesn't retreat very well, it pursues nicely, and in front-to-front battles, it wins. It's a good time. Nice, it's overloaded. Bring it down. I do want to switch the, I have 2 Pylum LRM launchers in the mediums right now, because that was what is available. I'd like to get some better missiles that are more actively useful. Okay, with the Yoshura gone and the 3 or 4 ships we destroyed, that's really looking like that was it for their fleet, honestly. So I think this is going to be a wrap-up now. And this is where having systems expertise kind of helps. So we can burn drive a bit, or we can infernium drive a bit more often to traverse the map. But we did indeed lose ships during this fight. Just gonna suck. And we're still losing ships, dang. Well, not every fight we take on is going to be pristine vessel enemy Valkyrians, so we need to look for some easier fights after this to kind of repair. Yeah, we lost half the fleet there, but they lost all of their fleet. Let's pursue them. I would like those fuel tankers, actually, if possible. Let's send some of our junk ships after them. There we go. None of the fuel ships dropped. All right, we're just going to recover some of this. We'll leave behind the Wolf and the Longinus. We'll actually we'll trade out. Yeah, there's a whole another Elena right there. Oh, do I spend the story point for the other Yoshura? Honestly, maybe. Because we're using progressive S-mods, we're not losing story points to installing S-mods in our ships, so we have a bit more than I normally would at this stage. There's no bonus EXP for salvaging it, but we're going to take it just because it'll be nice to have a backup capital in case things go horribly wrong. And I will also take the fuel ship, just same rationale, and we do need another fuel ship, especially if we're going to tow this thing to store it somewhere. Okay, grab all the goodies. Hey, we hit level 7. Nice. You know, that Elfheim doesn't take a story point to recover. We're going to take it. We might as well start putting together a backup fleet. Okay, and we're really close to home, so let's just go ahead. We're going to do these surveys. Probably these are not good planets, but if they have ruins, then that would be cool. Ooh, Luddic Path Fleet. Is there a Pather base out here? That would be funny, but that's also not something I want to take on right now. Let me just... Actually, I should do my level up first things first. For now, because I'm kind of thinking of respecking, I'm going to take field repairs, just for the immediate benefit. Well, there is a Luddic Path base out here, a whole battle station. Can we actually do a little black market trading while we're here? That would be fine by me. Hey, escort package, hull mod, we'll take that. Go to the black market, we'll just sell the surveying gear. And we'll go ahead and get the discounted fuel and supplies. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. We'll keep our prisoner, though. Turn that into our own faction. All right. There is another dead drop mission. We'll take it just to anger the pirates, or to have something to do if we don't see any good bounties back at home. Okay, lovely, peaceful trading with the path, and let's head back toward Enigma and Valkyrian space. Invasion of Enigma 1 by the Luddic Church. This is what I was worried about. Okay, so we're now on a clock. We have 120 days till they arrive. We're going to need to help fight them off, probably. I'm not gonna take the risk of not helping. Go ahead and set up this fuel tanker, just with solar shielding and aux tanks, and then some guns. I'm just going to auto-fit the spare ships we have here, including the capital ship. Beep beep. Why did it beep beep during the refit screen? That's... Ooh, when we click on the advanced fit, beeps. That is interesting. Incompatible hull mod or something? Okay, I have no idea. I will figure out that problem later. Oh, this is not a carrier. This is actually, yeah, assault battleship. Okay, well, we'll take a deeper look at that maybe later. If I lose my current main ship. Okay, fuel, supplies, they're not green, they're not showing as discounted, but they cost 80 per unit, which is still really cheap. Take 500 of those, fill up on fuel, turn in our prisoner. Actually, hey, we're at maximum rep with our faction, so prisoners are just money now. Nice. Okay, and we are going to make a quick trip to somewhere where we can store stuff, which is going to be the abandoned terraforming station on Asharu. Actually, we're at war with the hegemony, and we probably always will be. How are we with Mayasura? Favorable. Okay, so our storage for this run is actually going to be the abandoned Astropolis next to Myrath. I mean, maybe. We'll see. We'll put these there for now. We're at the stage where I'd like to set up my own colony. We have the stuff for that. Oh, they literally have an orbital station camped right on top of the Astropolis, which is fine right now. I can still click on it, but if they ever turn hostile, that's going to be really awkward. Never mind, never mind. Okay, we'll take the risk. We'll go to hegemony space and use my usual storage. It'll probably be okay. We're only at Vengeful with the hegemony. What could go wrong? I suppose that. Refuse and cut comlink, pursue them, send the Venture after them, be on our way. Ooh, okay, there's actually a hegemony invasion fleet. Oh, interesting. Let me just touch. Oh, that's actually a lot of bubbles. Hopefully they don't come at me. Just go ahead and put those 2 ships in storage. Move the Elena into the fleet. I think we will put away the pirate monitor as well, just to kind of thin down a bit. And that destroyer, that's fine. And all of these guns that we've been carrying around. Always like to have a stockpile of guns on Ironman. Gonna leave behind a bit of supplies and fuel for future me in case I'm broke and I need them. Do that. There we go. Please don't notice me invasion fleets. Okay, we're good. We've made it into Shar's Market. Missile autoloader and ECCM package gained. Very nice. Take on more crew, more fuel, more supplies. And now let's get out of here before they pop out of that. Yeah, they're going to pop out of that jump point. We are going to run for home. I'm not sure how long we have until we're invaded. Valkyrians, invasion, 96 days. Okay. 5 fleets, very strong. Begin assembling 41 days. We have a little bit of time. I wonder if... Oh, that dead drop expires in 1 day. We'll just abandon that. We can probably go do this dead drop. Yeah, 24 days. So we'll go do the dead drop, and then it should be time to go home and defend. We probably have just enough supplies to do like 1 combat, if it comes to that. We are basically doing the dead drop with a full war fleet at this stage. Oh, and something else. I did want to respec again. I know, we've been respecing a lot, but we don't have the money to remove the D-mods on our current capital ships. So instead, we're going to respec. We're going to take field repairs, both of the personal combat skills, and we're going to grab containment procedures for reduced crew loss due to hull damage, and then we're going to take hull restoration so that our ships can heal those D-mods and we can get a pristine fleet without paying any money. And then we're going to take just some generic bonuses. We'll go back to combat endurance for me, and we're going to grab, I think, crew training for the fleet, just for maximum combat readiness, which has a lot of other bonuses. If you ever want to know what the bonuses from combat readiness are, just go to the refit screen and highlight the combat readiness bar, and you'll see ship benefits from improved combat performance. Speed maneuverability 5%, damage taken minus 5%, damage dealt plus 5%, auto fire accuracy excellent, malfunction risk none. All of those get better and worse as combat readiness goes up and down, including during combat. So just something to keep in mind. And I didn't know how to find these bonuses for my first few hundred hours of play. I just had no idea you could highlight this bar, no idea that you could click and drag it like this in order to see how your stats change over time, or to set your combat readiness in the simulator. Like if you want to see how it fights at 40%, you can go like that and run simulation, and you'll be here at 40% CR if you want to know how to fight while your ship's malfunctioning. That little tutorial note aside, let's go do our dead drop now that we are spec'd to hopefully heal our D-mods. Oh, there is our enemy fleet that wants our package. We'll talk it out with them, and then we'll decline and fight them, because I do the dead drop missions actually to get these free combats. And we will deploy our own ship, and then we'll go smallest to largest. Actually, yeah, we can get both capital ships onto the field. We'll do that. Keep the cruiser hunters in reserve. Let's not worry about that comm relay. I also feel like, because all the capital ships provide like an area buff, I feel like we're going to benefit really strongly from forming like battle lines or fighting in a giant ball. So for now, we're just going to do like the defend waypoints, because it's quick and easy. Onward! I need to remember that I don't have a ton of combat skills now. Okay, we have enough points to throw that other frigate onto the field. Somewhere in the field, they have a citadel, or they will once it catches up to their line. We've dueled a citadel once in this series, and I am looking forward to doing so again. Although now that I'm in a capital ship, it might be a different story in terms of difficulty. Let's turn toward that Falcon. Rotate. Nice. Okay, don't turn toward that Falcon. He's overloaded. We'll focus on the next thing. This should be a stomp. I am not expecting great resistance from pirates, especially since we haven't sold them any blueprints yet. There's the enemy citadel. So we will do a defend waypoint here between the 3 points we're trying to hold, and we'll put an engage order on the citadel and the Mora. So those are the 2 most dangerous things in their fleet. And yeah, I was thinking of putting an escort order on myself, but I'll hang on to my 1 command point for a minute until we have 2 command points. So now that I have 2 command points, now I'll take a medium escort, just in case I overextend, which is very probable. Boom, take that, Falcon. You got in my way, what can I say? And I am kind of just bravely ignoring like that wolf in favor of going after big targets. I really feel the pain here of having removed the helmsmanship skill from my character. The rotation speed on this is abysmal. I might have just nuked our own frigate. That's okay, don't worry about it. I thought they were gonna, phase skimmer away, but they didn't, and they died. It's okay, we have hull restoration and reduced crew losses. It'll be fine from containment procedures. It'll be fine. Okay, and there's the Mora down. Very easy kill there. Push that Brasher back. Okay, and honestly, our carrier is dueling really nicely with the Citadel, although it's taking hull damage, which I don't like. Let's get in there. Burn, drive in, and now that's gonna be easy money, or easy experience points, I guess. Crushed. Very good. Alright, and now we'll drop the defend waypoint and let our ships mop up. So I feel like to really make this faction work, I'm going to have to do a lot of actual commanding and line forming and stuff, but we're not quite there yet. Because when they get isolated, especially the frigates, they seem to die. As I theorized a few episodes ago, I think it's still true that the frigates are in the faction are primarily designed to function as escorts, or to watch the flanks as the capital ships do most of the heavy lifting. And that is going to be a thing I'm going to have to set up manually each fight. I might need to take Operations Center at some point. But yeah, here we're just chasing him down. Come here, little monitor. I'm sorry, but this is your fate, to be pressured until your shield cracks, until Fortress Shield can protect you no more. Oh man, except that I can't turn fast enough to actually maintain facing. That is... I may need to put auxiliary thrusters on this as priority 1, or gain more levels so I can have helmsmanship again. I don't plan on being on hull restoration forever though, so this is a temporary nerf to our personal power. There they go. Nice. Okay. We'll take the pursuit and send our supply fleet after them. I was hoping that their fuel tanker would drop, but it didn't. So I'm tempted to, we'll just take the dram that they have there for now. So we have more fuel. All right, one of our officers has leveled up. Good, progress is good, given how things are going. Yeah, we'll go combat endurance. I'm thinking combat endurance polarized armor on a lot of the ships, so that we can take advantage of, which one is it? I think it's the flux fog mod. Yeah, when your flux is above an amount for a certain time, gain 20% armor and hull. That should go wonderfully with any officer that has polarized armor. All right, but now that we've dealt with the offending fleet, we can just come in here and do the dead drop. This also looks like a Luddic path base system. Oh, yep, there's the base. Whoa, no! Hi! Okay, they're not that scary. They are a big-looking fleet bubble, but they don't actually have a ton of stuff. I could honestly pay for them to go away, but I kind of want their fuel tanker. Accept the comm request. We're not paying you 50k. Sorry, buddy. We're gonna fight you out. 3% difficulty. Are you sure, game? Deploy myself and the small ships. We are going to hold the sensor jammer, try and take the comm relay for the deployment point bonuses, and this is probably going to be the last fight of the episode. Hopefully we win. The main thing is we don't want to get flanked because we have front shields that don't cover our engines. So that's something to watch out for. Okay, there is the rest of our deployment points. Throw a few more of our cruisers into the mix. I'm hopeful, because we do have a lot of firepower, I'm hopeful we'll just be able to gun them down as they come at us. Alright, turn. And I have an escort order on me, so that's covered. Because I'm definitely not going to be able to rotate to deal with, enemies on my sides. In some ways, the path might be the perfect, counter to the Valkyrians, if the path knew how to fly their ships properly, like gremlins and stuff. We do have a lot of fighter spam, that's going to help. But yeah, now that we have the jammer, we're just going to back up and fight the popcorn enemies. We might just, let's try, going actually further back. We took the jammer. The range isn't going to matter once they close, though, the bonus range. We really just need to hold out and let their peak performance time work against them. For those that don't know, Pather ships are almost always safety overridden, which lowers their total combat uptime, but gives them massive power. But if you can survive their initial attack, their ships kind of just start falling apart, especially the phase ships, because when they phase, their relative progress relative to ours changes. Ooh, so that cruiser is probably cracked. Yeah, it's going to take the brunt of the enemy assault. But in return, it's going to kill a few ships as it explodes. Nice. Okay, we're going to stay pointed at that Eradicator and try not to think about what's going to happen as we get flanked. Oh, we can't stay pointed. That is terrible. Our rotation speed Oh no. No, 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 no. I'm not sure we can safely drop that shield either. Oh yeah, hammer. Okay, burn drive. Burn drive. Should do a little fancy flying. Oh, and then we're gonna be facing the wrong way. Oh no. I had a plan, but I forgot that our maneuverability is terrible, especially with our engines shut down due to damage. I should have reinforced the engines on this ship. That would have been wise. Okay, we're gonna get cheeky with it. We're gonna try and run half of our fleet away to scum out their timer. No, my baby. No. Okay, she's gone. She's gone. Deploy cruiser hunter. Put me in it. Abandon the other capital ship to death. Yep, that's the plan. We're now just using our ships to scum out the timer and tank hits. Oh man, that's gross. Okay, give me the cruiser hunter. Give me something that has a bit more move speed. So yeah, the Luddic path. Perfect counter to the Valkyrians. And we're going to turn, and fly away. This rotates a bit better. Is this the one that I was flying earlier? I think it is. And there's the other cruiser hunter. Okay, we formed up a little bit of a formation here. Let's go down toward the wall, toward this ball of ships. Put our order there. I'll actually leave an escort order on that capital ship. It might live. We might have worn them down enough. But yeah, the 10% bonus damage on this thing to destroyers is going to be what helps us out here. Just need to hold off these mulligans, not get flanked, so they're going to run out of readiness very soon. Or just die. Watch the enemy fleet. Okay, so if I can hold off even with just a single ship, we're going to win on the second engagement here. We're going to pay a horrible price in recovery to get the 2 capital ships back up, but dang it. It's just how it goes. And kind of on the note of like losing half the fleet to a random path or bubble that I didn't think was very strong, my usual kind of goal when fleet building is to make a generalist fleet that has decent odds to fight every other faction. It's something that I've kind of run into like some dissonance when making videos where people are like, oh, well, you could have swapped such and such a gun to have more shield pressure against high tech, and it's like, you're right, but that would require flying home to change my loadout every time, or to carry a bunch of spare guns to refit, and remember to do that before every fight and take the CR penalty. So I am guilty of not being optimal. Instead, I aim for these sorts of jack-of-all-trades builds. And of course, this fight has highlighted a major weakness in our fleet, hasn't it? Or at least a major weakness in the Gloria. Everything else, well, I mean, most of the cruisers and the other capital ship, they all lived. So maybe the weakness was just in me, in my piloting choices. Either way, it's learning, and we need to have a plan to not get flanked, whether that's taking helmsmanship, or grabbing maybe extended shields, or just sticking more armor to the Gloria. Or playing even more cautiously, which is, of course, the option that I like the least. Anyway, they did retreat earlier. We're not going to be able to chase them down. Not through there. Oh, they earned a clean disengage. Oh, they also lost most of their fleet. Okay, I'll take it. Consider ship recovery. Oh, take the hit. Recover it all. Oh, all of our supplies. Oh, and most of our crew. Okay, so that's that battle fought. Gross. Let's get out of here. Let's fly for home. We need supplies fast. Actually, are we at war with the Persian League? No. Let's go, because the Persian League is even closer than we are, or than our homeworld is. So we're going to fly down to Persian League space and buy supplies. Oh, I was supposed to do a dead drop. I don't think we can afford to do the dead drop, because we're going to need 300 supplies for repairs. Yeah, prioritize survival. If we don't deliver the pirates' silly little item, that's okay. We can fail quests for the pirates. We got our paycheck from our faction, so that should at least get us up and running. We do have a prisoner we could exchange. That's a little bit of cash. Okay, there we go. 30k there. Fuel, supplies. How are we until that invasion shows up? 71 days. Okay, there's still time. We could still do the dead drop. I think we'll try and do it just to have it done. Hey, accelerated shields hull mod. That could be a possible solution. Oh, and there's just not a lot of supplies here in total on each of these markets. Like 200, 400. I'm used to shopping at home where it's like, hey, would you like 4,000 supplies? For whatever reason, the Valkyrian planets are stacked on supplies. Okay, and we need crew. Crew. Got 500 there. Okay, that's all of our money spent. Let's pop out of here. Let's go try and finish this basic mission. AUG. And yeah, we are definitely going to be on overtime. And editing Ducky may be sad later at the length of this episode, but he's going to have to deal with it. Dang it. Okay, we're going to make this a two-parter, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to split this into 2 episodes. This'll be the end of this one, because it looks like we're not going to catch a break today, and I'm going to need to probably play another half hour or an hour here if this is how the Luddic path is going to be. Okay. If you've made it this far, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Always a pleasure. If you liked this episode, please remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment, and I will see you all in the next one very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.